What's going on, YouTube? Spank Gaming coming at you with a little bit of a stream tutorial. This is gonna be my very first stream tutorial video, but upon popular demand, we're gonna do a stream quality video for you guys. There's lots of things that we can do to improve the quality of our live streams, guys, to make it more appealing for our audience, to draw in new viewers, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, whether you're using a webcam or a fancy try-hard camera like a Sony mirrorless camera, all of these tricks that I'm going to show you are gonna apply to all of those cameras, no matter what you guys have. This is going to improve the quality of your webcams. It's going to improve the quality of your fancy try-hard cameras as well. This is a little technique that I learned called 3-point lighting. Okay, 3-point lighting is a very simple concept. So I'm going to draw it out for you guys in this video. And then I'm going to show you guys how you can incorporate that into your webcams, how you can incorporate that into your try-hard cameras, and also how to add a thing called LUTs in OBS to make the effects more dramatic or mellow, anything that suits your creative needs. All right, guys, let's get into the video. All right, guys. So I did a very rudimentary drawing of what this might look like with your current setup. Okay, guys, so this is just going to be a 3D paint drawing to illustrate what 3D point lighting is. Okay, so here we are, 3D drawing here. This is my best work, by the way, guys. This is my best work. Okay, anyways, so here we are. We have you, the talent, right here, sitting in your desk, you know, playing some games. You got, you know, your fancy 3 monitors here and a big old fancy desk. Okay, so 3 aspects here. Very first one and the most important is your key light. Now, your key light is going to be your most direct light source. This is going to be the light source that is going to contour your face nicely. It's going to complement your skin. This is going to be the light that hits you the most direct. Okay, and then the second most important light in this 3-point lighting setup is the fill light. Now, this is just going to fill in any of the shadows that are caused by the key light. So if you turn off your fill light, or if you only have a key light, that's okay. The key light is the most important, but you will have some shadows. Just know that until you get yourself a fill light, okay? And then the third thing is more of just kind of a nice effect, okay? It's just kind of a nice effect to have. It's called the hair light or the rim light. Everybody has their own version of this. Now, this can be anything from, like, say, a simple desk lamp that you have mounted up high somewhere, pointed down at yourself, kind of behind you. You want this kind of behind you, and what this is going to do is this is going to break you apart from the background, okay? The background that you've created, this is going to separate you from that background, okay? So here it is, just a simple layout of the 3-point lighting. Now we're going to get into my setup, and we're going to get into what you can do with the current lights you have around to help yourself achieve 3-point lighting to improve the quality of whatever you have going on. Okay, guys, now I'm going to go into what happens when, you know, you're missing an element out of this 3-point lighting setup. Okay, so I'm going to shut off my fill light. So first off, I'm going to shut my fill light off. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's without my fill light. Okay, that's just the key light and the hair light back there lighting me up right now. As you can see, we got some shadowing. I could make up for this by, you know, increasing the gain, the exposure, or the ISO on my Sony camera. But we're not going to do any of that. I'm not a big fan. So let's turn that back on. Okay, so now we have my fill light is back on. Now let's see what happens when we turn the key light off. Okay, so now the key light is off. And now, because I'm centered in my camera, this is now kind of acting as the key light. But the fill light is at a softer light intensity. I also dim it so that it doesn't, it's not too overpowering. You know, I just want it to kind of fill in. But that's what it looks like without the key light on. Okay. And now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get up and turn off the hair light. And then we'll see what kind of a difference that makes, okay? Okay, so I've turned off the hair light. Okay, as you see, it's not that bad, okay? It's still, it just adds that extra, like, say, kind of a halo around you that kind of just you know, busts you out of the background, you know, because right now I'm well lit. I'm wearing a colorful shirt, so I'm gonna kind of stand out from the background anyway. My chair's kind of colorful. But let's go ahead and turn it back on, and let's see the effect that it has on it. Okay. Okay, so now the hair light is back on. And as you can see, there's a nice like little glow on the contour of my seat here. There's kind of a shadow, or kind of a highlight here, you know, around the side of the head. It's just a really nice effect. Okay, so those are the three elements of the 3-point lighting. What happens if you're missing one, and with all of them on. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go to the webcam. So I'm gonna show you what all of this looks like on the webcam, and I'm gonna have my Sony in comparison with it, so you guys can kind of see the difference between the two. And then after that, we're gonna get into the LUTs, guys. Okay guys, now here we are on my webcam. This is a Logitech C920. It's probably one of the most commonly used webcams for live streaming. It's very cheap, easily accessible. You can get it on Amazon. You can go down to Best Buy and pick one up. This one I picked up at Best Buy. I needed an extra camera, and this one was readily available at Best Buy for a very good price. I use this camera primarily for my hand, mouse, and keyboard cam. But this is a good demonstration, right? So, you know, up in the corner there, you can see is my Sony A5100 feed. I can switch between those. So here's the Sony A5100. There's the Logitech C920. So you can see that with proper lighting, you can make these cameras look pretty good. You know, I turned off all the LUTs. I have no filter on my C920 or on my Sony A5100 right now. This is just what it looks like with just the lighting and the settings set just right. Okay, so that is another thing, guys. The C920 out of the box is not going to look like this right here. Okay, it's not going to look like this out of the box. You're going to have to do some adjusting to it. Okay, and that would be a whole new video in and of itself. If you guys want to see a video of me setting up that camera, just let me know in the comments down below. Let me know on Twitter. Wherever you can reach me, just let me know. I'll make a video setting up the C920 in OBS and the Logitech G Hub so that you guys have your settings saved. Okay, but this is with it all set up. Okay, and as you can see, the lighting really just kind of makes this camera pop off for being a cheap webcam. You know, the other important thing is that don't do 1080p. Do 720p at 30 FPS. It doesn't make a whole lot of difference, and when you go 1080p at 60 FPS, it kind of adds in some weird lighting effects and all that stuff. You're streaming, you're not jumping around, you're not going to be, you know, unless you're super animated. Most of us aren't. We're just sitting in our chairs playing games. Let's be real. But as you can see, it does create quite a dramatic effect. This is pretty nice. So now let's get in to my favorite part of this, and that is what we can do to just kind of make this whole effect more dramatic, right? We're creative people, right? We want more creativity. Okay, so let's add some LUTs to both the Logitech and the Sony and see what kind of effect that has on it. Okay, guys, now we're gonna go into what are called LUTs. Okay, a LUT is just essentially a filter for your camera. Okay, I'm gonna show you where you can go to create your own LUT, and I'm gonna also show you where to find that in OBS. Okay, so let's start with OBS. All right, so here we are in OBS. Now this is not the OBS on my streaming PC. This is just for purposes. I'm just showing you where the LUT is. So here you have would be your camera source. Okay, this is just game capture for whatever, but for you, this will be whatever your camera source is in OBS. Now, this filter works in OBS Studio. I don't know about any of the other programs like Streamlabs OBS or any of that. I'm pretty sure this might be in Streamlabs OBS, and it might work the same way. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna right click on it. You're gonna go to Filters. Okay, right here in Filters, you're gonna have your effect filters. You're gonna click on the plus tab here. Now, where you're going to find here is apply LUT. So you're going to say, okay. And you're going to go to browse. And that's going to, these are the LUTs that come standard with OBS. Now, there is a way to take the original LUT right here and bring it into a program called DaVinci Resolve. And there's a whole separate video I could make on how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that, but I just want to illustrate to you guys what the difference a LUT can make on your device, okay? So now we will go back to our cam here. Okay, so here's with the Logitech C920. Okay, so I'm going to turn the LUT that I've already made. I've already made my LUTs, so I'm going to show you the dramatic effect that it can have. So we're going to go to filters, and I'm going to turn my LUT back on. Okay. There's what the LUT turned back on. Okay, it's just a little bit more of a dramatic effect. It's a little bit more punchy. It's a little contrasty. Some people might not like it. But now let's go to the Sony. Okay, so here we are on the Sony. And I'm just going to turn my LUT back on. Okay. And that's with my LUT turned on. And this is with my LUT turned off. And this is with the LUT turned back on. See, it just adds a little extra punch to the image, in my opinion. I'm using the same LUT that I created for my Sony for my Logitech C920 as well. So like if we go back to that, there's probably ways where I could probably, you know, I could probably increase some saturation and make things a little bit nicer for the sake of how washed out I appear on the Logitech as opposed to the Sony. But that's what a LUT looks like. Okay, so now I'm going to take you back to the other PC here, and we're going to show you DaVinci Resolve and where you can get DaVinci Resolve. And then I'll show you in the links. I'll drop a link down below to a great video that shows you how to create your own LUT. Okay, so here we are. This is DaVinci Resolve. All you would do is you would just Google DaVinci Resolve and find the website. And then once you're at the website, there's a download button right here. There is a free to use version of this software. There's a paid version and a free version. The free version is all you need to create your LUT. Okay, you don't need anything else. And I'll show you guys how you can make your LUT if you would like, but there's plenty of videos out there on YouTube already showing you how to create LUTs. If you want me to make that video, please let me know in the description down below. I'd be more than happy to go through camera settings and then setting up a LUT. Otherwise, I'll have some links down in the description for you to create your own LUT. Okay, guys, now that we've kind of gone over the basics, I just want to show you guys the kind of lighting that I'm working with here. So we're going to switch over to a scene. Okay, this is my lighting situation. Okay, I know I made it super dark just so you can see the lights. Now, these are just standard lights that you can get on anywhere in any hardware store. Okay, you can get them at Ace, you can get them at Home Depot. All they are is just clamped on shop lights. That's all they are. They're just tinfoil domes. They're just big, like shiny aluminum domes that a bulb fits inside. That's all those are. And then here I'll take you over to what my hair light looks like. Okay, that back there is my hair light. I have a see, you don't need to spend a lot of money on fancy lighting here. This is just another one of those drop lights with a simple bag over it to just kind of direct the light more where I want the light to hit, where it's sitting right on top of my chair here, right on top of my head. That's where I want the light to go, so I don't want it to go elsewhere throughout the room. Okay. Now, yeah, like I said, these are very, very cheap lights. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. There's a lot of options out there. You can get yourself the Elgato key lights, and your life will be so much easier. And you know, I plan on doing that, but that's a very spendy purchase. Talking about $200 per light. That's very expensive. Whereas these are about $15 per light. Okay, it's the the quality versus cost is totally up to you. Okay. For me, I want the Elgato key lights just for space management. These lights are pretty big and I have to take them down. Otherwise they get in the way of my TV and all that stuff. And the drop light, or the light behind me, the hair light, that's probably going to remain the same. I don't see any need to come up with anything fancier. Nobody's ever going to see that. I can take it down at the end of the stream and put it away, and you know, nobody ever has to see it, whereas these ones are kind of a pain in the butt to do that. But yeah, guys, so that's it right there. That's the comparison video for 3-point lighting. I hope you guys found that video helpful for you guys. If you did, please leave a like on this video. Please consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing more of these tutorials. I'm also going to be talking about my experience on Twitch versus Mixer, all that good stuff, guys. All the kinds of content related to improving your stream quality, and also what platform you might be most interested on streaming on. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for coming on by and checking out this content. And just a friendly reminder, guys, I stream to Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I also stream to Mixer, guys, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I always kick those streams off at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. Links down in the description down below. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope this really helped. Let me know down in the comment section what you would like to see next. Anything you guys like and need some help with. Feel free to come into my chat as well on either platform and talk to me about what you would like to see to improve stream quality, or let's just have a conversation about stream quality in general. I love to have that conversation, guys. Thanks again, guys. Have a great one. Peace.